Hey, yo, what's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy, LaRon TV. Just wanted to come do a quick recap in regards to the Queen of the Ring event that was on the Caffeine app on the URL page. So, if you are new to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Please make sure that you thumbs up the video. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna wait a few moments, let some people come in here so we could chit chat about the events and all that. I hope some of y'all ended up checking out the event. I got some mixed feelings about it, so we'll just wait to see what y'all think. But the event started off crazy. What's up, Tasty? Um, so the event started off a little crazy, and unfortunately, the first people who ended up battling, they ain't even make it through their shit. How do you watch if someone missed a live? What do you mean, like my live, or are you talking about like a live? Were you talking about like a live on caffeine? I think if you're asking in regards to the Queen of the Ring event, you got to watch it on URL. They're gonna put it on the app in a few days, I believe so. But you know what? I haven't even mastered. I can't even figure out how to watch the battles on the URL app because when I put this shit in there, like when I go to the URL app, I thought that you had to maybe upgrade your plan or something like that. But there's no way to upgrade. But I only see it only shows an ad, like an advertisement, but it never goes into the battles. Damn, somebody just posted something. Hold on a second. Hmm. Yeah, that fight was crazy. Caffeine live, yeah. So listen, guys. So the first battle that jumped off, it was Miss Miami and Coffee Brown. Coffee is from California. Miss Miami is from New York. So this is what happened. This is basically what I took from what I understood. So Coffee is a Crip, and Miss Miami, she was doing a lot of disrespect talk. And we've heard people do that in battles before. Jazz did it when she battled Miss Hustle. She talked a lot of shit about Bloods and all of that, whatever, right? So I just feel like when you're a battle rapper, nothing is off limits, right? When you're a battle rapper, there's nothing that's off limits. But I just felt like Coffee was just a little too emotional. I felt like she was getting it in crazy. I think she got crazier first and her second. But I felt like Coffee was a little unprofessional by pushing Miss Miami just because she was being aggressive and like upping her shit like that. That shit was Coffee seemed like she had an issue from the jump. And also Miss Miami, I was looking around on YouTube today. She apparently Coffee didn't show up to their face off, so Miss Miami felt disrespected by the fact that she didn't come to the face off either. Um, you said yes. URL is confused to navigate. So can you tell me how do I play the battles on there? I can never get it to play past the advertisement. They don't play for me. So so Miss Miami started talking like rapping some shit about Crips in her lines, and I don't know, I think that's what frustrated her, but it seemed like she had some pent up aggression anyway um towards Miss Miami. Probably it was a mutual thing, but everybody agreed that that shit was out of line. So basically, um Miss what Coffee, she pushed Miss Miami, and then Miss Miami, kind of like got back at her a little bit. I can't remember, it happened so fast, right? I know I posted the video, but I was also in the chat at the same time. I posted the video on my YouTube page, but then it was just like Coffee's boyfriend came from out of nowhere and just was trying to get in her face. I don't know what he was intending on doing, but you got to realize a lot of the times people, they be telling on themselves and their behaviors. If you think about it, If Coffee boyfriend was about to get up and go in on her, listen, certain thing is just women's things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see if you coming to like remove your girlfriend from the situation, but he was charging up at Miss Miami like he wanted a issue with her or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy. He was rolling up like he was gonna bark on her, like, or some type of shit. So yeah, 40 disappointed me too. The Black Jessica Rabbit. That shit was so disappointing. Um, yeah. So that was battle one. So battle one, Miss Miami Coffee Brown. It only made it to the second round because Miss Miami was all up in Coffee shit, and Coffee ended up pushing her because Coffee she's real. You could tell that she don't play that shit. But I just felt like that was unprofessional for doing that in that moment. Like if you're gonna scrap with Miss Miami, just wait till after the event. I don't even think they even really know each other like that. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why real talk when Official and 40 Bars was doing a face off, I respected it so much because even though officially 40 was drunk, she was banging on the table. They was both going hard, but I felt like that's what you're supposed to be able to do to get your shit off in a healthy way. It don't got to be on no fight shit. Like Coffee, you could tell she was tight. Like you know what I'm saying. She shouldn't have even allowed it to get to that point. And her boyfriend coming and jumping up in Miss Miami face. That's very telling of their situation. Because if you gonna jump up in her face, yeah, okay, okay. 40 won the first two rounds. You think so? Mo, you think 40 won the first two rounds? Nah, I got Official winning that battle. Listen, I don't even really want to say what I want to say. And I got to think about it. So I got to think about if I want to say it because I want to watch what I put out there into the atmosphere, especially for people who I really love and support. And 40 Bars does write her shit. And I know that she probably just has a hard time. She just came off a huge battle, battling Sue Surf. And she is a lady that really does her thing. So I want to choose my words wisely before I speak on that. But I think what Queen of the Ring needs to do going forward is if that you choked in a battle before, you know how everybody is in LA right now. They all flew out to LA. That means that this costs money. I would say this: if Queen of the Ring was my battle league, and like say for instance, out of Couture and out of Official and out of who else? Couture, Official, KCJ. Those are like the stars when it comes to them not choking, right? I would never have an issue out of them. I feel like personally, if I was a league owner and 40 Bars was getting thousands of dollars out of me for a battle, if you getting $3,000 for a battle 40, that means that the event is tomorrow, but I need you to spit all your rounds in front of me. I need you to spit them because I need to make sure that you're gonna be able to get through that shit. Because if you can't get through that shit, oh, we gonna be up all night. We got to sit up all night and go through that shit. And we would go through that with every person who has a history of choking. We got to go through rounds. It's going to be mandatory in the contract. And if you don't want to do it, then we not signing no contract. I'm telling you, like that shit was a disappointment. Not only is it like URL connects with more male fans, right? URL connects with more male fans. Like not being funny. Like I remember earlier today when they started the pre-show on the Queen of the Ring page and the URL page. On the Queen of the Ring page, of course, it's a smaller page, but that had like 300 viewers, and the URL page like had like over 1,000. Like within the first minute of the pages going live, I was like, "Damn! Like that shit is crazy." URL, I think everybody knows when it comes to um even hip hop, like it's a male dominated industry in regards to like who gets the most streams, everything. It just is it just is. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel bad. Like this is what makes me feel bad is when I feel like the ladies come into the game and they come into these platforms where the male battle rappers are getting the looks and you're not bringing your 150%. Like Kings versus Queens, that was a great event. I thought there was something inside of me that told me that this event was going to fall short for some reason. And to be honest, the only part that I feel like that fell short is the Coffee and Miss Miami situation. That just wasn't flattering at all, especially with Coffee boyfriend jump. Like, listen, the sad part about it is that a lot of people applaud that shit. They be like, oh, a lot of women, they be like, oh, my. Now listen. I understand if your dude jumps in a chick's face who's trying to be aggressive with you on some, you know, eh, robbing you or doing some, like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? But you're in a rap battle on stage, like, she's not gonna kill you. You a woman, handle your shit. Miss Miami was close up on her, like, you know, on some regular shit, rapping her shit. She pushed her. She could have just been like, yo, back up. Like, I felt like Coffee was looking for trouble. You ever like see somebody who's looking for trouble? She was looking for trouble. Coffee was looking for trouble, and then her dude ran up and come on, that was too far. That's too far. Official Big and Petite at the same time. Bart gave 40 a second round. Everybody want to be official, but they don't have the top heavy. Official talks so much stress. She should have had more. I'm saying bar for bar was 40, but the third went to official. But the way that she was barking at her boyfriend. What the fuck happened to Lady Luck versus Hustle battle? That was probably my least favorite battle. Lady Luck versus Hustle. Who do y'all think won that battle? I personally feel like Hustle rap better, obviously, than Lady Luck. But on the app, do y'all see that on the app they gave the battle to? On the app they gave the battle to Lady Luck. Lady Luck won the battle on the app per vote, 2-1. Only if I'm getting jumped, my dude better protect me. Either then I got it. Yeah. Coffee didn't even show up to none of the face-offs. That was disrespectful. Coffee lost and her boyfriend a bozo for jumping on for a female. Yeah, and that was just whack. That was just very unsettling. But you know what? I'm glad that other people stood up and the other guys was saying something. You know what? That's just very telling, like, to what you see. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people been in situations like that where you see somebody going hard on a woman. You like, damn, like, and nobody don't ever say nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. I couldn't believe that he was just. It was like, what was he trying to do? He was rushing her. Like, that's kind of crazy. Lady Luck is funny as hell. I love her. I love her. Charisma, her character, everything. You know what? Mo, for you to say that 40 won that battle. Now I consider myself being a 40 bars fanatic. I love Official too, but I feel like Official won that battle. You don't think she won the battle clearly? I think 40 got round two. I can give her that. 40 got round two and she gave up round three. Official got round one. Clearly, we know that. Official got round one. Luck was arguing with the crowd and talking through the crowd. I was annoyed, but she was funny host. Yeah, you could tell Luck does it. And you know what was crazy? Lady Luck said that she said that she, was suicidal. It's like you never know what people going through. And I feel like every artist who gets to that point, those certain artists who don't ever break through completely like the way that they wanted to. Like Lady Luck wanted to be successful on the commercial front. She wanted to sell millions of records, whatever. But I mean, she served her purpose in the areas that she did, but she never hit the marks that she probably wanted to hit as far as being successful in a mainstream type of way. People know her, but I always felt like even regardless of her feeling that way and people wanting to give up and commit suicide, yeah, I am one of those people. I do remember Lady Luck from being younger. So yeah, she is somebody who's been around for a long time. And that's one thing I can admire about her is like I don't know what she go through, but every time she show up, she look good. And she's always, she has a funny personality. She's resilient. To me, I would have never knew that she went through that. So how did O get round one? She stumbled two times. I pay attention to everything, so you need to rewatch it. Look better than I thought she would. Yeah. So I don't know. So, all right. So let me move on. Right. So then we had. I'm trying to think who was okay. So I believe next was Yoshi G versus Tori. I'm sorry. Like I felt like Yoshi came with some shit. I felt like Tori even, she might have came with some shit. But something is I don't know. Like, you know what it is, I think? I think Tori, a lot of people, I'll say this, right? A lot of people. I don't think they have it for this setting this is a different type of setting. You don't got the crowd. The crowd is not, there to cheer people on or to hit on like things that could have went over your head. Like there's nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, it just doesn't seem like this setting is. They don't translate well on this type of platform. Maybe not in this medium, not platform as far as battle rap, but I don't think that they do well in this type of yeah, it's different shit. I didn't really Yoshi G won. Yeah, Yoshi, I felt like she did win the battle, and Tori, I just feel like certain people, I don't know if they need to recharge their batteries or what. I definitely respect and like Tori too, but I just feel like 40 did good against Hustle. Summer Impact. I'm trying to think. Was Summer Impact before Hustle? I can't remember clearly. So many battles, but 40 had too many bars similar to Chess against O Red. Official bars hit harder in the first. Stumbles are not chokes, especially when you come back hitting hard. Yeah, Jackson, I agree. I felt that too. I felt as though that officials bars definitely hit harder in that first, for sure. For sure. That's why you can't judge the battles until you replay it for real. I mean, Mo Diesel, do you feel as though this? Because I know you definitely gonna disagree with me on this. Couture beat 40. I hope you know that, right? Couture beat 40. Like, let's be clear. Why'd you say you disagree? She beat her. Couture beat 40 bars. That was that's a debatable battle, but Couture took that battle, and that's based on the votes on YouTube too. most of the commentators are saying that she took the battle. So yeah. All right. So we had Yoshi G and Tori though. I didn't really like it. I don't think Tori does well on those type of platforms. Tori is dope, but she definitely needs the crowd. I like Tori though. So I just don't think maybe the URL or maybe I don't know because I just feel like my bar is set so high for a Tori Doe that the last two times I've seen her perform like with Chess and then this one, and I just didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to keep striking out. Like you want to make sure that you strike gold. You don't want to keep striking out. So to me personally, it just seemed like I don't know. So after that, we had KCJ. No, 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 no. All right. Was it KCJ? Did she battle Bonnie yet, or was it Lady Flames and Vixen? I think it was Lady Flames and Vixen. Either way, I gave Vixen that battle. I wasn't really too thrilled with it. I felt like Vixen did good. She always does good, but you know what I'm saying? That wasn't something that I really cared about. But Vixen got that battle. Then it was KCJ versus Bonnie. I felt like KCJ took that battle 2-1. 2-1. Bonnie was good though. Bonnie was good, but I felt like KCJ took that battle. What do you think about Hustle talking through Hustle's rounds? She was rebuttaling everything verbally, right? Crazy thing is, the second round she made a punchline and said the damn thing I expected. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I thought Vixen was better, but I enjoyed their battle. Yep. So out of the Vixen battle, I felt like Vixen won. Lady Flames was fire too, but I felt like Vixen took the battle. So then we had the Casey battle, Casey J and Bonnie. I felt like Casey took that battle. Bonnie was good though. You could tell she started freestyling. It was just the energy of that battle was dope. It felt like it was, no chokes, no nothing. They both did good. Um let's see. Casey was talking to Bonnie in the third. Yeah. Casey J to me looked uncomfortable to me, like Bonnie Present shook her up a little bit. She stumbled like twice. Yeah, but you know what was so crazy? I was proud of Casey J though, because I felt as though she coming off a battle like, she battled Swamp, even though Swamp wasn't no comp like a Bonnie. I felt as though that, that's a lot of things to remember. You feel me? She came off a 3 round battle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot to remember. So I give Casey J that, like, that's one thing I give a lot of these women respect for, because shit, you coming right off of a battle, and then for official to do 3 rounds with Arsenal and then come back and give 40 bars 3 rounds, even though official cut her second short, right? Hustle 3-0 and 42-1. I don't argue with me. I said what I said. Mo Diesel. Yo, you delusional. Ain't no way. Casey, yeah, but so I didn't expound. So yeah, Casey J, real talk, it seemed as though when she did her face off with Swamp, she was more comfortable even when she was talking shit, because she did give it up to Bonnie though. She said Bonnie, even though Bonnie had that rumor of ghostwriters, I do think Bonnie is talented. She may have got help with her bars, but I do think she can freestyle and do shit like that. Maybe she's had people give her angles and, show her how to execute shit, but I do think Bonnie is a writer. You know what I'm saying? She like a Foxy Brown. She not like a Cardi B, like somebody who don't write at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jay helped Foxy, like, on some hits, he was there. So I think Bonnie is kind of like that. Like, she had help. She had a little she had somebody orchestrate her shit for a little bit. So yeah. Hey yo, Coffee Dude was wilding. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. What do you know what people don't realize, right? Like, and it's the people like out there that don't give a fuck who make it the worst too. Like, that situation could spawn cause a snowball effect and start so much other shit. Like, you trying to jump in a woman's face. So not only do you got the boyfriend, but you got the family members, you got all that. So that just causes static. And a lot of times people, they be so deep in glorifying gang shit and just like drama and shit like that. So they don't give a fuck. They be like, oh, so yeah, get your family involved or some shit like that. And it's like, that shit is crazy. People really don't care. Like, you really jumped at a woman. Like, what was you really going to do to her? Like, questioning, not saying like what was you going to do, like threatening, questioning. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's very that gives you an insight to what's going on with her ass if she do some shit behind the scenes and shit gets spicy. Cause trust me, it's gonna go down. My picks were Yoshi G, Vixen, Casey, Hustle, and Official. Miami was, but I couldn't pick the first one. Yeah, Yoshi did her thing, but I wasn't. You know what? This setting is not for everybody. It's just not. They need to. I don't know. And then maybe with Queen of the Ring, they're gonna make people start going through that whole process. Because y'all heard what Ticketmaster they proposed this idea. It's not in effect yet, but they said in the future to be able to go to concerts, you may be required to show that you've been vaccinated and that you also been tested for COVID within 72 hours. That's crazy. So could you imagine like having to do that within 72 hours? But then could you imagine how many people could still get sick? Because that's within 72 hours. Say I get tested on Monday and then I get in contact with somebody like on Tuesday or Wednesday, that shit could happen. You don't know. That shit really could happen. Say you mean to tell me this, right? You on a ship with 100 people who got tested and they're all negative on Monday. You mean to tell me by Wednesday somebody couldn't have caught up and come on. That could possibly move through the whole thing. You don't know how that shit could move. You just don't. Did anyone go to Casey's page to see that paper where she accused Bonnie of fraud? I didn't see that, but I was aware of that, and I did see that apology and stuff that Bonnie posted. This was like years ago, right? Maybe like a little while ago when she got exposed. about that whole ghostwriter thing, and she apologized about it. So yeah, that's why I said. But I think Bonnie does right. She's not like a Cardi B or like a Little Kim. Like, Lil Kim don't. She wasn't known for writing. She wasn't known for all that. I think Bonnie does right. I just think she got caught up. Bonnie is talented. I would never take that away from her. Honestly, if you want to be frank, I wouldn't be mad if Bonnie fans felt though as though that she got it 2-1 because Bonnie was good. She was good. She showed up. She looked good. She did her thing. I like Bonnie though. You know what makes me like Bonnie is because everybody don't like her, and it's like she's not one of those girls who got like one of like I love 40 bars too. Like I bought some of her merchandise and shit like that. Like from her thing. Just to be supportive. But I like the underdogs. Like I don't like the people who like 40 has a huge following. She has a lot of fans. She got people who do, she ain't lying when she say that. She does have a lot of support. And I always notice that Bonnie gets a lot of hate. Like, I ain't really noticed it, but I remember she was doing blogs before and she was like, sometimes when you see me at shows, you don't really see me with a lot of people. She'll be there by herself, like until it's time to battle. So I like um I like the underdogs. And I felt like Bonnie has put in a lot of work on the international level too. So, she's battled on a lot of different platforms. She's got a lot of different looks that people would love to have. So you can't discredit her regardless. I mean, she probably did have people helping her write shit. She's had a lot more battles too. She's battled a lot of guys. She battled on all types of platforms. Like you can't front on her. She's been everywhere. She really has. Bonnie been everywhere. So Bonnie is trash, babe. But I'm just saying, give her credit on a basic level of being a human being. She has done a lot. We can't say she hasn't. She has. Ain't Bonnie been on King of the Dot? She's been everywhere. She's battled overseas. Guess I won't be going to any concerts. Yeah, that's gonna be the new requirement. You gotta be vaccinated, and you also have to be tested for COVID within the last. I might be 48 hours, 48 to 72 hours. So yeah, but Hustle and Lady Luck, I felt like the battle was underwhelming because I felt like that was a battle that kind of needed the crowd more, even though you can kind of hear the reactions from people there a little bit. Like you can hear it a little bit, but it's just not the same. It ain't the same, like, like it's not the same like with the whole gym of people there just kind of like cheering you on and shit. It's like certain people I feel as though they need that. They'll do better with that. That's how I feel like Tori definitely needs that because she's used to that. Tori is dope though. She's very creative. She's a dope person. I've been following her since she been on Queen of the Ring. So I just feel like certain settings are just not for everybody. I like Bonnie too. I think she fire. Yeah. And people give Bonnie a hard time though. Like I understand she might not be. And listen, this comes off of me saying like, Bonnie and QB got into it, and QB was one of the main reasons I started watching female battle rap. So I already had picked a side, as far as like who I like when that situation happened. But that's still like I would never not give Bonnie credit because I love QB. QB is one of the reasons why I started watching and I started watching battle rap, and then it started to grow. And that's facts. QB is she's one of the female pioneers too for this generation. After Lady Luck and shit. So QB, yeah, Luck did better than that. Luck did better than I thought she would. Yeah, she did. She definitely did better than I thought she would. She didn't choke. I thought she was going to though. You know what I'm saying? Her and Hustle both came and they both rapped. I just felt like it was a little underwhelming. You know, the app gave it. I felt like Hustle personally took the battle, but the app said that Luck had 2-1. But shit, the app said that Vixen 3-0 DNA, and he did. No, the app says she 2-1 him. I didn't feel like she won that battle though. Personally, IMO. I ain't feel like she won that battle. But I know that a lot of people feel like Vixen did beat DNA. I felt like she was really good, but I personally felt like DNA took the. Was it? Did I have him in the first and the third? I can't remember if it was the first or the third, but yeah. Overall, I felt like this event was, if I had to give it on a scale from a 1 to a 10, based off of the situation that happened with Coffee in Miami, 40 forfeiting again. Um, Tori being lackluster, in my opinion. I just don't. I just feel like maybe Tori wouldn't be lackluster if she did that in front of a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because I got kind of the same feel from like Tori, like from a C3. I didn't feel like C3 really translated well to this type of setting. I just feel like this shit got to be. It got to be tight. Like you got to have that shit on Smash because it's like you getting an opportunity to showcase your talent. And you know, it's big for the women, especially at time right now. You see so many different women in hip hop even coming through. So mm-mm. I just want them to do good all the time so that it creates more opportunities. You're delusional too if you think Vixen lost. Well, I mean, it was a lot of other people saying that too. That's the good thing about doing commentary. You're only speaking about it from your opinion. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of other people who felt like DNA edged that battle too, homie. You gotta go look into the go look into the files. There's a lot of other people who felt that way. So best battle of the night was Vixen Flames. Flames was good though, to be low key. She kind of went hard in that third. But I felt like Vixen did end the. I did feel like Vixen took the battle regardless, but Flames went hard. Yeah, but I couldn't believe that shit with Miami and Coffee boyfriend. Like, come on, homie. You ain't have no right doing no shit like that. If that was your daughter, if that was your sister, if that was somebody in your family, you'd be ready to put somebody underground. You see what I'm saying? Like people don't think about that. People really don't think about that. But then they think that it's okay for them to do it to you. You don't know who girlfriend that is, whose sister that is, whose daughter that is. You don't know how people love that girl. And it's like you just doing shit and then it causes a snowball effect. But I did see that Miss Miami was on Facebook and she said that her and Coffee was gonna battle in the future. So um hopefully they, maybe they're able to put that to the side. So hopefully they was able to squash it. I'm gonna you know what you should do, go to the 15 MOFE, 15 minutes of fame. I think it's 15 MOFE. They probably gonna have interviews and stuff like from people as they exited. So I'm hoping that Miami did an interview after she left the and just maybe spoke about how she felt. Maybe that's dramatic and they're not going to want to show that, but I hope they do. But that was crazy. Flames is fire. Yeah, but I'm about to get out of there. You know what I mean? Overall, like I said, I felt like the event on the scale 1 to 10, I would say a 6. 6. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think like who would have stepped up in the place of a Tori, right? So Tori, you know what's so crazy? And people won't give it seemed like they don't give her a shot like that, even though she had little dramas too. But I felt like personally Jada Ray would have did good. Jada Ray would have did good. Like against Yoshi. Yeah, she would have did good against Yoshi. For sure. Like As always, thank you for chatting with us. I tuned into Queen of the Ring because of your word of mouth. Never heard of the app. Yep, it was definitely a good event. Um, Hopefully they just, like I said, I think Debo need to have a process of, like, if you choke in battles, the rule of thumb is that whenever the event is booked the night before, you got to come down into the area, no phones, no nothing, so nobody ain't getting nothing recorded, so nobody is feeling like somebody's recording them, and you got to spit your bars. If you can't get through all three of your rounds, then if you can't get through all three of your rounds, then you got to stay up all night. You got to get this shit right, because you can't come to the event. Come on. That's not fair. That's not fair for the business. It makes the business look bad. Like, they were streaming that shit from caffeine. Like, that makes business, it makes the whole business shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Official wasn't just popping shit to 40 when she was just like, you forfeited in front of 2,000 people. Official, like, this is a look. This is the first 2-on-2 female 2-on-2 on URL, and you forfeited in front of 2,000 people. Like, Official, that's one thing I like about her, is that she's competitive like a guy, and she writes hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's competitive as fuck. And I like that about Official. She from New Orleans. She can compete with any girl from New York, from Boston, from anywhere. That's what I love about Official, because you know what, it is right. Because she was just like, they try to count her out because being from the South, she think that 40 think that she's dumb or whatever the case may be. And that is kind of true, because a lot of times people from the North, they can think that about people from the South, but nah. Official is she's a beast. Like, she's a beast, and I knew that battle was going to go that way. If you heard my video from earlier, I said that I wanted 40 to win, but I think Official was going to take it 2-1, 3-0. I felt like she was. Official, one thing about her is that she's not going to fuck up the money. She's not going to come to an event and fuck the money up. And I felt like 40 did that. Masika. Yeah, they don't give Jada Ray any opportunities, though. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Jada Ray would have did better than Tori Doe. Like, Tori, she just get a look because she's a veteran. Like, she's been here for a minute. I felt like even Shuni the rapper would have did. Shuni would have did her numbers. Like, Shuni, she had her instances maybe once or twice when she may have choked, but she makes sure that her shit is proof now. And Shuni, she stepped her shit all the way up. I felt like Vixen is kind of having her year like how Shuni kind of had her year a few years ago. Was that that was 2019, I think. Yeah. So I feel like Vixen is kind of having her time like that. But Jersey, what's up, Die Moore? Yeah, I'm about to hop up out of this video, though. I just wanted to come and talk about the event and see what y'all thought about it. Please leave your comments below. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the event as well. Did you think the event was it good? Like, I feel like it was just kind of mediocre. I feel like Debo going forward, people who choke in their battles, you got to make sure you set something up. Like, if the battles is on a Saturday, they got to fly in. They got to get there on Thursday, Friday the latest, and they got to get in there early. You got to go over your bars. If you can't go over your bars, your battle is going to be canceled and the money going to be taken back. Because think about it. Say 40 got paid $4,500 and she forfeited her third round. That's money. That's not fair. So you mean to tell me, so can I ask y'all a question? And people get offended. If you forfeit your round, does that mean that you get to keep the money? Shuni is underrated. If you get paid $4,500 to do a battle and you forfeit your third round, like you can't remember it, does that mean you have to give back money? It's a great question. I'm gonna pose that question in this group that I'm in. But yeah, I hope you have a blessed evening. If you checked out the battles or anything like that, leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel.